And we're going to go into barn sour now. Being barn sour means, you know, the horse is in a hurry to get home and he often wants to jig. He often wants to, you know, or run home. He's neighing for his buddies at home and whatnot. So with the barn sour horse, you know, I'll let him, you know, start walking home as if we're going to walk home there. And if they, you know, if Spin was to start, where she was gotten in a little hurry there, if he starts going too fast or he starts, you know, jigging, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring his head around. I'm going to move him to the side. And when he starts walking again, I'll release him. So the key behind solving the barn sour problem is you're going to have to let your horse go, and you're going to have to allow him to make the mistake of jigging. Another way you can do it is if he starts jigging. So he really wants to turn towards home right now. I'm going to pick up on the rein. I'm going to disengage the hip. He's going to walk, and whichever way his nose faces last is which way he's going to go. So if he starts jigging here, I'll pick up his nose, and then whichever way his nose faces is the direction I'm going to let him walk in. If he starts jigging home again, and doing that, then I'm going to say, no, I'm going to move that hip, and we're walking this way now. What's going to happen with the barn sour horse eventually is he's going to get tired of having to keep moving that hip around every time he jigs. And then he has to walk again. So every time he jigs, pick up the rein. What he's going to find out is he's going to get home so much faster and so much easier if he just decides to walk home. And if you get out there and you practice, really work on this, you know, you'll see results within 3 or 4 days of your horse coming back to the barn. He'll start jigging a lot less. The more you practice it, the more he's going to start walking home and not trying to jig home. So you know, there's not too much to the barn sour problem. That's it. I'll take him out on the trail. I'll turn him towards home. And if he started trotting like that, then I'm going to pick up the rein. And whichever way his nose faces is which way we're going to go. Now, if his nose is faced, you know, the opposite of the barn, then I'll turn him around like this. But if he starts trotting again, then I'm going to immediately disengage the hip, and whichever way his nose is facing is which way I'm going to go. So if he trots again, then I'm going to go like this. Nope, there's no hurry to get home. You know, and you may spend, you know, an hour and a half, 2 hours out on the trails doing this, but I guarantee you, eventually your horses are going to be walking home. Okay, so let's introduce the next horse here. So now we're going to go into solving the buddy sour problem. Again, these exercises are excellent, and not only solving your buddy and barn sour problems, but they're also excellent in getting your horses out of the stall vices such as weaving, cribbing, stall walking, you know, stall vices of that nature. This is Marty. Again, Spin and Marty have been together, I think, most of their lives. This is JD. He's going to help me out today in solving the barn sour problem, or the buddy sour problem. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here, or we're going to go down here actually, and we're going to go down here, and we're going to, once we get down here, we're going to turn around and we're going to walk the horses beside each other. So this is good. We're going to turn right here. Okay. And so JD and I are just going to walk the horses together. Just nice and calm. You know, maybe to about where the flares are, or before the flares, and we'll turn around and walk beside each other again. And then we're going to turn around here, and we'll keep walking beside each other. Good. Easy. Good. And you're going to do this, and of course your horses are probably going to be really good at this. So the next exercise is going to be JD, you're going to tell your friend, and I'm going to let JD know I want him to go ahead and stand right here as I walk Spin off. So he's going to stay there. I'm going to go ahead and walk Spin off. Not only would you want to practice these exercises in your arena, oh, something spooked him. Not only would you want to practice these exercises in your arena, but you'd also want to do them out on the trail. Good boy. And then I'm going to walk back to Marty. What this has taught Spin is that he actually can separate from Marty from about 50 feet, and then he's going to get to come back together. So we'll do this a few times. So walk away from the Buddy Sour horse, and in the arena, the other horse is gonna know that you're not gonna be leaving for very long before you come back. But the key to this is you're gonna start creating distance and time away from the horse's buddy. And then we'll do it one more time here, and we'll go on to the next exercise. This is huge in solving weaving, cribbing, stall walking exercises or problems, because the horse has a lot of stress when he's left alone by himself or when his buddy takes off. There's a huge amount of stress there. Again, they're herd animals and they feel safe inside a herd, not by themselves. If a horse is caught by himself, most of the time out in the wild, he's going to become dinner for the mountain lion or the coyotes. Yeah, and then we'll come right back. Good, good. And then turn them around and go back. So when your horse is really good with this, and you can get up to 150, 200 feet away, then it's time to go on to the next exercise. Next exercise we're gonna do, so I'm gonna line spin up right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna walk spin off, then I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna cue JD to go ahead and trot past me. And when he trots past me, trot up that way and just keep going. And what spin needs to do, spin needs to stay at a calm, relaxed walk with loose rein. So you ready? So I'm gonna get going. And now you're gonna go ahead and trot past me. Go up that way. Well, right there. Good. Spin wants to follow him, so I'm gonna keep aiming Spin's nose where I want him to go. And we'll go ahead and do that again. Yeah, except we'll do it this way this time. Okay, so I'm gonna walk. JD's gonna go ahead and trot right on past me. Good. And spin needs to stay at a walk. Good, and we'll do that one, we'll do that again. Okay, so I'm gonna get going here. Start walking my horse out. And he's gonna go ahead and trot on off. I'm gonna keep Spin's nose where I want him to go. But Spin needs to stay nice, calm, and relaxed. Good. And we'll turn around and go this way. Cool. Okay, and he's just gonna keep trotting past me. And again, Spin needs to stay on a, pretty much of a loose rein unless we have to control him. And this time Spin's doing pretty good, where he's not following Marty. Okay? So when your horses get really good at that, and again, you get up to 150, 200 feet away, at that point, you keep increasing the time and distance, but not going out of sight quite yet. So this time, I'm gonna walk Spin, and then JD's gonna canter past me now. And he's gonna keep on cantering past me as Spin stays at a walk. This is teaching the horse confidence. It's teaching him that he can be left alone with you, that he does not need to follow the other horse. And you're going to be building confidence up in the horse. He's going to build all kinds of confidence like this because he's going to realize he doesn't need to run home, or he doesn't need to be Buddy Sour and catch up with the other horse all the time. He's going to learn that he has enough confidence in himself to know that he's going to be safe without his buddy. Okay? And when your horse can get really good at that, and again, you get up to 150, 200 feet away, then the next exercise is going to be, there you go, that the horse is going to start going out of sight. So what JD is going to do is he's going to keep cantering through the gate or trotting through the gate, and Spin needs to stay at a walk. So Marty's going to go out of sight now, just like that. And I can easily and nicely turn Spin away, turn Spin away, and Marty is gone now. He is out of sight. Spin can't see him, and what Spin needs to keep doing is concentrating on me. All right, now JD's gonna come back down. So that was really good of Spin. Spin didn't, get worried or care that Marty was gone and he went out of sight. And you want to keep doing these exercises until your horse is really good. This is really going to do a lot to improve your horse's stress management so they can maintain control, again, when situations, events, and people make excessive demands on them. Good boy, Spin. make excessive demands on him. And this is a huge demand on, Spin and Marty, because Marty had to take off and go up the hill, and then Spin had to stay in the arena and continue walking. So they were actually separated. And, so we started going a little slow. We had, start trotting, then cantering around in the arena away from Spin, then canter him out of sight. So now I'm going to keep Spin still. I'm going to keep him here on loose rein. JD's going to canter around the arena again and go right back up the hill with Spin standing still. So here he goes. And he's going to go ahead and canter right out that gate and right up the hill, and Spin moves. I'm saying, nope, you need to stay here. Nope, you need to stay here. You need to stay here. Good. And there he goes. And, Spin here needs a little bit more work on this, but he's handling it all really nicely. That's a good boy. So that was excellent on Spin's part. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and do it a third time. I'm signaling JD to come back down, so we're just going to go ahead and do it a third time. I like seeing horses that I'm training do things 3 times correctly. My dressage trainer told me one time when I was riding a lot of dressage, he said the first time the horse does it, we just got lucky. The second time the horse does it is a coincidence. The third time the horse does it, the horse is actually understanding what we're asking him to do. And after working with horses a little bit after that, I never knew how true that really was. So I always like to do things in 3s. Oh, relax. Oh, relax. Relax. There you go, good boy. So I did have to remind Spin 2 or 3 times there not to keep going and trying to follow him and not to catch up with him. Nope, right there. All right, good boy. So that's about as easy as it gets. You're going to take a lot of time in teaching your horses how to do this on solving the buddy and barn sour problem. But that's how I've done it, and I've done it with several hundred horses during the 24 years I've been training now.